Gerrymandering is a distortion of what would normally, and I'll show you how that works. Oh, a distortion of layout of how the vote, when you lay out a voting district, it starts.
You're working on voting district boundaries.
That's exactly what it is. Okay, all right. I appreciate it. Okay, voting district boundaries, that's good. Okay, this is the lawsuit that was launched, and it describes the way that the state was redistricted back in 2011.
And this is from the court,
This is a court document, and you can find it
and in the United States District Court for the Western District of Wisconsin.
and this is not strictly your issue, it's an issue of the way we handle it. Republicans and Democrats have had the same issue, which is why we need an independent agency to redistrict. The way this was done the last time in 2011 was exceedingly secret. The Republican leader of the Senate and the leader of the Assembly met with their two aides and the lawyers in complete secrecy at the cost of $500,000. And they laid out the districts, they did it quite nicely, and they allowed the Republicans to come in and look at only their portion of the district. Only theirs, none of the others, not the whole state. They didn't have a general map. The Democrats were cut out completely. And what happened was that a majority of the votes, by some 200,000, got a vast minority of the seats in the legislature. So, to the tune of $2.1 million, that was contested. That's a cost to the taxpayers because of the malfeasance of legislators. So it has recently come to federal courts, and it is supposed to be remedied by a redrawing, and the legislature is again contesting that. And there's been an article, I won't read the article to you. Okay, they're again contesting that, and it's one
This
of
is my listening session.
oh, all right. Okay, pardon?
No, I'm in, as far as I'm listening.
Oh, she's listening, she's listening. Okay, there is a remedy to this. I don't believe in setting out a problem without having a remedy. And in the last listening session, you said, if truly independent, I would consider it truly independent. Okay, the Senate Bill 13, currently on the docket, does that truly independently. The bill directs the Legislative Reference Bureau, otherwise known as the LRB, to draw redistricting plans based upon standards specified herein, and establishes a redistricting advisory council to work in tandem with them. Nonpartisan, the requirements are that it follows the population requirements of the U.S. Constitution, the Wisconsin Constitution, that it satisfies equal population standards, that it coincides with the wards, municipal wards, and the political boundaries, that territories be contiguous, exactly as you described it to the audience this morning. No district may be drawn in favor of a political party. The assembly districts gives you size, and it says it is available in public inspection. The last bill, which I'm sure you were squashed in the corner, gave 1 day of hasty public review and then was smashed through the legislature and passed. The bills and the maps must be delivered to the LRB, and the public must have an opportunity to be part of that process. There must be 3 public hearings as opposed to one hastily organized one, who knows how it was publicized. And there are processes for if it were to be rejected by the House or the Assembly or the Senate. And it gives a very clean, nonpartisan, reliable process that I think you could approve of. And I hope you give Senate Bill 13 an honest review.
I'll look at it. And I just wanted to appreciate those comments. And I appreciate be traveling with,
Well, I'm
you
very
missed
concerned.
you missed a good one on Saturday.
I'm very concerned about voting, and I'm also concerned about voter fraud. I think we have a voter suppression problem, and I really, the vote is the foundation of everything, and a woman brought up the Brennan Center for Justice out of New York School of Law, and I have a copy of that for you, and I'll give that to you when you're done. Okay.
Regarding redistricting, as every 10 years after the census is taken, districts are redrawn. And we've been using the same process for I don't know how long. So the process has not changed regardless of what party has been in power.
And it's costing money.
And so there's three criteria. By the way, in my experience in the legislature, no matter who's in power, no matter who draws the maps, it's always litigated. The maps are always litigated.
And we want to stop that.
And so there's three criteria that the courts have told us for years that if these three criteria are not met, then the maps will have to be redone. And those three criteria we touched on. One is equal population. Second is compact and contiguous districts. They don't want these odd-shaped all over districts. And then the third is minority representation. They don't want maps drawn that pack minorities into a fewer number of districts because they want to maximize the districts that have minority representation. So as I said, maps are always litigated. We are now in the 7th year of operating under these maps. What is unusual is to still have lawsuits being filed 7 years into the maps. The earlier lawsuits, most of them, and I don't remember how many, I know one of them did say that the minority representation criteria was not met, and there were 2 assembly districts down in the southeast corner of the state that had to be redrawn. But obviously what is unusual is to have litigation still being filed because we're within 3 years of new maps being drawn. So, but I appreciate your comments on that.